Today I wanted to give a quick overview of the GitLab Figma plugin. So I wanted to talk about how the plugin actually works, what is going on under the hood, so how the application is actually built, and then the release process, so how you would go about releasing a new version of the plugin. All right, let's start with a quick demo. So basically the GitLab Figma plugin allows designers to upload their designs directly from within Figma to GitLab issues. So let's say that I had this green circle that I was very keen to share with my teammates on GitLab. I would first install the GitLab Figma plugin, which I've already done, and then I would click Upload My Designs to GitLab. I would log in using this access token that this is a GitLab personal access token, which I will delete after this video, of course. This will log me in. So I have selected my frame as is indicated here, and I will find an issue to upload it to. This one will work, and I'll click upload, and my designs were successfully uploaded. So let's click into this issue, scroll down, and as you can see, here is my beautiful green circle. Great. So basically, when we talk about the GitLab Figma plugin, we're talking about this little application here. So let's talk about how it was built. So when building Figma applications, there's two contexts, I guess, to keep in mind. There's the sandbox, and the sandbox is living directly within the Figma application itself. And then there's the iframe component. And so the iframe is this isolated little sandbox that is, sandbox probably isn't the best word. It's just an isolated iframe that is actually holding our application code. And so when we look back at our actual thing here, this window here is the iframe that we're talking about. And so essentially what it means is that when a user clicks upload, this iframe isn't privy to any of the details of the Figma application itself, just from a security standpoint. So what we'll do is when the user clicks upload, we'll send a message to the sandbox that's running from within the Figma application. And this is using the post message API, with standard kind of cross-window communication. And so then our Figma sandbox code will kind of interpret that message. It'll build the binary data of this image here, send it back to the iframe, and then we upload that image using the GitLab API. So in terms of the code, the code is broken up with those contexts in mind. So firstly, we've got the UI directory here within the source directory, and this is just a standard view application rather. So you can see we're mounting our view app, we've got components, we've got GraphQL to read issues and upload the image, and etc. Now, the Figma directory holds the code for the Figma sandbox. And so this is where we're receiving those message events from the iframe and pulling data from Figma itself, which just happens to be the image data in this case. Cool, so that's that. Is there anything else to note here? So we store when a user logs in and they're giving us their personal access token, we store that within Figma's local storage, IndexedDB rather. And so they provide special APIs that wrap the standard web APIs for that. So if you need to know about any of that stuff, just consult the Figma documentation and it'll be super useful. All right. So I think now it will be good to go through the release process as it's a little bit manual. So let me get a preview. So there's no automated kind of CI/CD setup with the Figma plugin. It requires a manual. It's a completely manual release process. So it requires someone to actually physically click a button from within the Figma UI. So I thought it would be instructive just to quickly go through that to see how it all works and to make sure that this documentation is actually up to date. So when we're publishing the plugin, the first thing we need to do is create a release on the GitLab project. So I have happened to change some code recently. So it was just a dependency update. So we can create a new release at this next version. Dependencies. And it wants me to create a tag. That's right. Let's see what the documentation says. Create release. Oh, I can create a tag. 1.0.0/beta.8. Great. Okay. Create release. Check it's in our releases, which it is. Great. Okay, let's go ahead and we're on the main branch, so that's okay. Oops. But let's go ahead and produce a clean build. And I have something to update. Cool. Let's run it now. The purpose of this step is just to make sure that we have a fresh, clean build that wasn't affected by any development changes. Maybe we had a failure. But we'll see. Cool. Looks like it was built successfully. That's all good. And so we've got our dist directory. And so now our job is going to be to go to Figma and basically upload this dist directory to Figma. So let's get a shared split window here so we can see what we're doing. Okay, so first step is to sign into the shared Figma account that we have. I've already done this. Next, we should go to plugins, manage plugins. And you can see here that we've got the installed version. So this is the kind of production, quote unquote, version of the plugin. But we've also got the in development plugin. And this is because I've already added it here. But if you hadn't already had that, you can set that up in the standard Figma onboarding process. But if you've been developing with the plugin, you should definitely already have this here. And so now, on the in development plugin, I can click these three dots and select Publish New Release. Now, when I do this, it'll have pre-filled all the information that I've already released this plugin with. So that's all good. The only thing that we need to change is the version notes. And so typically it's just a quick Just go minor update. And yeah, it's helpful to link to the release in GitLab just for completeness. Great. Okay, so now that I've done all this and I've kind of quickly checked that all this information looks good and nothing's changed, then I can go ahead and publish. Great. Plugin has been published. So just to double check, we can go to Browse Plugins, search for GitLab, and we will see our latest version in the version history. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.